Okay, so they've made some changes to Enfeeble, the lore master trait, and it's behaving really weird with sign of power command. So before I do anything, I'll just explain how it works. When you use sign of power command, it'll start the countdown for the 10 seconds for Enfeeble. You can try to refresh it during those first 10 seconds. It will appear in the tooltip as if you had refreshed it, but it will not, in fact, have been refreshed. What actually happens, it will appear in the tooltip within the first 10 seconds. Within the Enfeeble timer, it will appear as if you have refreshed it, but in fact you won't, and you'll see that after 10 seconds, it will move to the non-Enfeeble version of Sign of Power Command. What is actually happening is after you use Sign of Power Command, every time you reapply it on the target, it actually starts a 10-second timer, and it will not refresh until that 10-second timer is over. This kills our ability to keep up the enfeebled version of Sign of Power Command. So, and given that they also broke the ratings on Ancient Craft and the parry rating and everything, it's likely that Enfeeble is not worth taking anymore. So let me just show this. So I use Sign of Power Command. The enfeebled version is starting. If I reapply it, it will appear as if I refreshed it, but you'll see it will move to the non-enfeebled version soon. There we go, see? And that's the real timer. See, and then it refreshed again because I used it again. And then again. Those are the refreshings I did, but when I did the refreshing, it actually started a 10-second timer. Let me demonstrate it again. Using Sign of Power Command, about 1 minute, and about 50 seconds, it will refresh. So what it would appear is that this is an intentional change to prevent us from, there you go, it got refreshed, prevent us from spamming the enfeebled version of Sign of Power Command. Otherwise, why would they? It's a very weird change to make by mistake to delay the effect of a debuff by 10 seconds. My guess would be that that was their workaround so that they didn't allow us to reapply the enfeebled version. So whenever you use Sign of Power Command on a target that already has Sign of Power Command, it actually waits for 10 seconds and then it refreshes. So see, I'm using it at 29. And now at 19 it will refresh. To prevent us from reapplying it on targets that are, see, there it goes, that are just spamming it, just getting the enfeebled version constantly up. It's a really weird interaction. I'm going to wait for this to time out so I can demonstrate it again from the start. But yeah, I think they did it on purpose. It's really strange to think that somebody would, by mistake, add a 10-second timer on this very specific thing. And I believe the ratings being debuffed or being weaker with Enfeeble, that is probably a bug. So, yeah. Let me just wait for this timer to expire. 20 more seconds. But yeah, and then Ancient Craft is weaker during the 10 seconds, so it's not worth taking it. You just get a weaker 10 seconds, and this one seems to be the same on both. The 30% attack duration is, I don't know, if there were many different enemies in a fight on which you can use the 30% attack duration, so like use it on one group, then use it on another group, and then use it on another group, and maybe you get a lot out of it, but I don't know, it doesn't seem worth it. So, there we go. 30% attack duration, it lasts for only 10 seconds. If I refresh it during the first 10 seconds, it shows as if I had refreshed it, but it'll still respect the initial 10 seconds and go back to it. Yep. And now it'll give me the refresh that I did halfway. There it goes. The refresh that I did like 5 seconds in. So yeah, that's what they did with Enfeeble and how it works right now. It's very weird.